Well, coming up on today's show is our monthly business around town. Of course, if you watch the show on a regular basis, you know this is where we spotlight local businesses. And boy, do we have a great lineup today. Of course, some of the usual folks that we talk to, like Cousins Army Navy, they've got some great new things at their store, plus some savings you won't believe. And we found a woman who makes jewelry. She started this business when she was 18 years old, continued to operate it all the way through college. And of course, the MASH Pantry, which has been on the show before, they're back talking about how they are helping veterans and some of the people that are helping to sponsor that. All that and more straight ahead. I'm Mike Kilburn, and along with Renee Joseph, we are out and about Columbus. You know, the veterans are so important, and taking care of our veterans means a lot to the veteran population. And we have a company coming up in this segment called the MASH Pantry. They're helping veterans with a lot of household needs. And they have great sponsors like Amazon, Walmart, Bob Evans, and Humana Healthcare.
Well, MASH Pantry stands for Military and Service Heroes. And what we do is we cater to veterans, military families, and surviving spouses. We have 4 active pantries, one in Delaware, one in Grove City, and one at Defense Supply Center, Columbus, and also in Chillicothe. And right now we are at our warehouse in Marysville. So what we're doing today is something very exciting. We're starting our new program with gifting out pallets to different posts. And we're hoping this is going to catch on. It'll be a statewide give. And we're hoping to reach out to veterans statewide, to reach homebound veterans, veterans that are homeless, and also veterans that have food insecurities. There are approximately 850,000 veterans in the state of Ohio. So our goal is to never leave a veteran behind. There is the AMVETS, there's American Legion and VFWs. There's also organizations such as the Purple Heart Foundation, there is Team Red, White, and Blue, and there's other organizations as well. So we're hoping to gather all the organizations, bring them together, because with these fantastic resources, if we are all boots on the ground, we can all work together and make sure that everyone is taken care of. Our website, again, is mashpantry.org, and our number is 614-522-1555.
Well, you know, we've been working with C&J Basement Solutions for a little bit of time now, and the one thing that I've heard from all of the customers is how much money this company has saved them and found problems that other companies didn't find. And I think the owner could safely say, go get other estimates, go look at other companies, but don't make a decision until you talk to C&J Basement Solutions. What was your initial find that caused you even to start thinking you had a problem?
We found some white mold in our rafters, in the basement rafters, and decided we needed to have it checked out. Had a couple of people come out, and then had C&J come out, and the story kind of goes from there.
What did the other companies tell you your problem was?
Well, they said I needed a full basement waterproofing. They said I was having water come. You know, I told them that we weren't having water come up through the floor. It was just coming down the walls. But they convinced me that that was still a waterproofing problem, that it needed to be corrected, and it was tremendously expensive to have it fixed.
So they looked at it, and they came back with an estimate, I assume,
Yep,
and said, this is what you're going to need. What was your reaction?
The price scared me to death. It was much higher than I expected, much higher than I had hoped. And then we had a fourth estimate coming, which was C&J, and that turned out to be much different.
So what did C&J say when they came out?
Ron walked around the basement, and he showed me different things and said, you've got water coming down, not up. You didn't need to do a waterproofing system. He said, we can do that work for you if you want it done. He said, but you don't need that. He said, you've got water coming down, and that's more of a drain line issue going away from the house. So we had the lines replaced going away from the house.
So then you got an estimate from him. And how did that compare to the other companies?
It was about 25% of the other ones.
Wow. So how much money did you save?
About $12,000.
That's amazing.
Yes, it is. And my wife and I were both very pleased with that.
For further information, go to cnjbasementsolutions.com to learn more. Well, picking out the right mattress can be pretty difficult. There's a lot of big box stores where you can just kind of walk in, but no one really knows about mattresses. But we found a business where it is family owned and operated for 3 generations since 1974.
Mac Mattress Outlet was started by my father, Al Mack, in 1974. My husband and I, David, have been running it since the late 1980s. When I was a little girl, I remember helping my dad tie mattresses on top of customers' cars, which I still do, actually. Currently, we have the 3rd generation working for us, and the 4th generation is also in training. Interestingly, we have our first employee at the time who still works for us. We have many employees that have been with us a long time that are still here.
I think several things set us apart. One of them being that we offer a product for every purchase point for a customer, whether if it's a luxurious item or first mattress for a child. We have mattresses for every budget. Advice that we give to our customers is don't buy on impulse. Don't go into the big box store, try a mattress for 30 seconds and then buy it. We suggest you come into our stores and take the time that's needed to try out a mattress. Talk to our professionals who can help you with that. Most of the mattresses that we sell are at least half the price what you'll find them for on sale. If you see a faded sale sign in the window, it's probably a gimmick, and our prices are still usually half of what you'll find on sale in most stores.
We have multiple stores. You can find us on our website at macmattressoutlet.com.
Well, remember the old days when the doctor used to come and visit you and bring his medical bag? And then it was going to the office and waiting in a waiting room, and how uncomfortable that was? Well, we got a company for you that's taking us back to yesterday that'll come to your home and deliver your healthcare needs right at your house, whether primary or urgent care.
We have started a new company called MobileMed 614. It is located in the Columbus metro area, located mostly on the north side. We do cover a 20-mile radius outside of Worthington. We are a new concierge medicine practice with a concept that has not ever been used before, where we actually do home visits. So we bring the medicine back to you. We deliver both primary care and urgent care, and we just have tried to get back to our roots and really just enjoy taking care of patients again and doing it in their homes. So the way we have structured MobileMed is as a membership fee-based program. We do not accept any insurances at this time, which makes us more of a concierge practice, but the membership is advantageous for families and individuals, both in the fact that we are saving them both time and money by coming to them at their home. They're not having to take time off of work. They're not having to take time to be away from their families. We actually come straight to them to deliver the care. More and more physicians are starting to leave the corporate or the hospital systems in general because we're getting overwhelmed and burnt out with all of the restrictions that are being placed on us. We want to just take care of patients. That's what we like to do. In order to get in touch with MobileMed, you can give us a phone call at 614-551-8846, or you can reach out to us at www.mobilemed614.com, or you can also reach us through our Facebook.
Well, getting a great haircut is always wonderful, but we found a barbershop not only where you can get a great haircut, but they are also a great community partner located in the Worthington area.
We opened up Way Barber Shop August 18, 2018. So we going on our 4th year now. What inspired me to open Way Barber Shop is my passion to serve others. I believe that we all is given our God-given gifts and talents to, share and help one another. What also makes us unique is that it's a family-oriented business. We care dearly about each other and our customers. What makes Way Barber Shop unique is that we're a family-oriented business, and we understand that the barbershop is the pillar of the community. And because of that, We engage with the community in several ways. We have backpack giveaways, and also we have toy drives during the holiday season. So, we not only here to, service our customers, but also, give back at least 2 times a year. We offer haircut services. We're offering for men, women, children. We also offer facial services, hot towel shaves, you name it, the whole 9. We also just implemented a microblading services for the women. We usually open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Saturday. Sundays we here from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Our contact information is www.onewaybarbershop.com. You can also give us a call at 614-505-1334. We also have a social media, both Facebook and Instagram at One Way Barbershop.
Well, Simply Millie's studio was started by a woman at 18 years of age, and she continued to operate the business while she attended the Ohio State University. And the great news for her is she's going to Paris to study fashion, and so there's a lot in store for this lady. It looks like she's going to do some great things.
So I started about a year and a half ago during the pandemic, like a lot of other small businesses did. I started it just as a hobby. We were all spending so much time at home. And then when I moved to college the following fall semester, people started to like my designs. And I had so many extra pieces just from messing around that I started selling them. And then I originally made clay pieces, but at school I didn't have like an oven to bake them. So I ended up transitioning into more of the metal pieces and crystal jewelry. And that's when I really got passionate about what I was making. I've continued it over the past year and a half, and it's just continued to grow, and I've been given amazing opportunities through my customers and so much support. It's honestly super surprising and helpful. My jewelry offers a unique design that takes the really popular minimalist trendy style, but I add in splashes of color using semi-precious and precious stones, such as crystals. You'll see a lot of delicate, dainty pieces like the ones I'm wearing, but I also like to offer fun, bright, colorful statement pieces so that there's something for everybody. So I love the fact that my jewelry can be used as a tool to my customers to express their personal style and be their authentic selves. I love that I can offer them a confidence that they can really take with them wherever they go, whether that be the workplace, out with the girlfriends, or even the gym. I also really value giving my money back to the local community by supporting other small businesses, selling in local boutiques, and even doing collabs with other designers. It's mostly online. You can find it at www.simplymilliestudio.com. I also sell through TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and then there are a few local stops in my hometown of Greenville, Ohio, called the Hive Collective and the Gracious Mineral Co., where I also sell.
Well, we're out at Utzi's, and the minute I walked in, I saw this huge display on popcorn. And of course, as you know, Greg likes to work with small family-owned businesses, and this is no exception. This is a family out of Indiana that he's doing business with, and boy, they have a great array of popcorn, poppers, all kinds of flavor and seasoning and oil to pop that popcorn. Greg told us all about this new product that he has here at Utzi's Farm Market. One of the things I know about you is you support a lot of the small businesses, especially around Ohio. You're Ohio proud here, right?
That's exactly right. And we'll even step out of state sometimes, like our good friends here at Amish Country Popcorn. Brian and his family do a tremendous job. And it's one of those small family operations that we like to deal with. He grows his own popcorn out there. And of course, they do a great job of packaging all the seasonings and salts, all different varieties that you're not going to find every place.
One of the things I spotted was all the toppings up here and some of the oil. And it really makes a difference when you're popping corn, right?
Yeah, it definitely does. And this is stuff he's worked on himself, just oddball stuff, jalapeno cheddar. Spice it up a little bit. But they keep testing this stuff and throwing ideas back and forth, and they come up with these great ideas. And of course, we have everything from the poppers to the oils and the salt.
Well, let's take a quick little sidestep from this. How are meat prices and things with the economy like it is?
They have kind of settled down a little bit. Of course, everybody knows inflation prices are being pushed up. We're still seeing some random outages. One plant might be shut down for a week or for health reasons or whatever. So randomly that stuff will show up, and we really don't see it coming. We're trying to stock ahead so we can ride out through those outages that we see.
Still the best deals in town, no question. And tell everyone how they get signed up on your list and get that weekly ad and know what's going on.
Of course, check us out from Facebook or from our website online. You can link to it. You'll get a special in your email every Sunday night. That'll tell you what's coming up the next week.
Yeah, I get those, and I sure appreciate them.
Yeah, it works out great.
Yeah, some great deals. Tell us your hours and when we can find you out here on Commerce Huff Road.
We are open 9 to 5, Monday through Saturday.
If it's happening in Central Ohio, you can find it on our events page. ONAColumbus.com will give you detailed information on everything: arts, entertainment, education, sports, theater, and more. Go to ONAColumbus.com and click on ONA Events. Well, we're back at Cousins Army Navy, and of course, as I've always said, this is a great place just to come in, look around, see some of the great things, from these Navy pea coats to these special op jackets. There is a great selection of stuff. Of course, we're getting in towards spring, and that means camping. There's a great selection there. And the best news right now is that there is a sale all of March where you can get about 17% off about everything in the store. J.D. Richardson told us to be sure to mention ONA when you come into the store to get the deal. So I know that St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner, and you got some great discounts coming up. St. Patrick's Day sale, right?
We do, absolutely. We just got a load of pea coats in, and we still got some left. So now's the time. We got a little bit of winter left. Mm-hmm. So we have been selling those pea coats. These are the last in the whole wide world. I bought all that the manufacturer had, and they went out of business.
Yeah. So they are warm. They're amazingly warm. They really are. And the fact that you got them is just great.
Yeah, it was real fortunate. We got lucky. I got some of almost every size, so that's really good. We also got a bunch of knives in, and we got them in it. Santa left them off at Christmas time, and we still got plenty.
Now, is there discounts on that for St. Patrick's Day?
Well, as a matter of fact, almost everything in the store is 17% off.
Wow. Well, give us some contact information where we can find you here on High Street. Sometimes it's a little hard to find you, so we want to pinpoint your location.
CousinsArmyNavy.com, 2469 North High, just south of Hudson, north of campus.
Yep.
Our phone number is 614-291-2000.
Exactly. So if you're heading down High Street, you go past Hudson, start looking on the right-hand side, you're going to find it, right?
Correct.
JD, good seeing you again, buddy.
Grand seeing you.
Well, if you stop by Tropical Nut and Fruit, if you haven't, you need to. I want to tell you, a great deal here, and they've got some Easter baskets, things for graduation, weddings, you name the occasion, they got you covered here. We talked to Alicia. She told us more. Alicia, good to have you
Nice to see you
Tropical Nut and Fruit back on the show.
Thanks, Mike. We're glad to be here.
Well, we've got some big things coming up, such as Easter, Mother's Day, all those things. So how can you help our viewers out?
Well, actually, right now what we're focusing on is build your own Easter baskets. There aren't really very many places you can actually go and pick up all the individual components, and we'll pack it right here. Some of the items are our fresh made items here, like our lemon flavored yogurt covered pretzels. We have all the Easter eggs, vanilla cream. So, and actually, you know what? You can actually bring some of your own stuff here too, and they'll put it in our basket. So you don't have to have only our items. If there's a special toy or a special bunny or money, we'll pack it right in the basket for you so you can make it your own.
One of the things we know we got coming up is weddings and proms. We just did a wedding show a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
And I see you got that covered as well.
We do, and I have to tell you, what's really cool about this is you can actually design your own colors and your own wedding favors here. We'll pack them for you if you want to bring special bows or special labels or do different things.
Let's talk about the nut and fruits that you have, because you got such a great selection.
I know, the healthy stuff. And the neat thing is that if you come on the right day, you can actually smell all the roasting and all the sesame sticks being made, because everything is made in here daily, weekly. We are constantly putting out, fresh roasted cashews. Yesterday, we were fresh roasting macadamias, and I have to tell you,
one of my favorite.
They're the best.
Well, give us some contact where folks can find you here in the Grove City area.
We're at 3150 Urban Crest Industrial Drive. And you can also get on our website, which is www.haydenvalleyfoods.com.
Well, the owner of Appalachian Arts and Crafts says, if you can't find it here, you don't need it, and that's the truth. They got about 65 to 70 vendors in Appalachian Arts and Crafts, and you can find all kinds of things. We are featuring some of the smaller vendors today on the show, and they even have some custom T-shirts that you're going to want to take a look at. Sandy told us more. I always think about this place with all the vendors you have here. How many vendors do you have in this place?
Between 65 and 70, it varies kind of.
And what do you say about this? If you can't,
If we don't have it, you don't need it.
That's right. And speaking of that, we got some great T-shirts. Tell us the story behind this.
These T-shirts you'll only find one of a kind here. It's a special design that this vendor had made. We have several different varieties. The only place you'll find them is here in Hocking County.
Yeah, they kind of got some neat expressions and stuff on them. I love the falling snow, hot cocoa, cozy blankets, watching movies, and baking cookies. That sounds like a Hocking Hills thing to me.
That's life.
Tell me what else is new.
Well, I thought we always talk about Park, which we have a large selection getting into all the new spring colors and designs. But we'll talk today a little bit about some of the smaller vendors, like the one over there that is Marietta Run Clay that makes her own pottery. We have our own candle company. We have Crossroad Candles. We have a lady that makes homemade soap. She's from our neighboring county. We even have honey back there that the vendor is from Fairfield County.
What about the walking stick?
The walking sticks are great. We sell a tremendous amount of them. There's really a need for that. Then we have another unusual item where a lady takes different wine bottles, whiskey bottles, all sorts of things. She puts different names of teams, of ball teams on there, and they put lights in and they light up, and they're very unique.
Well, we'll leave it on that note, but tell us how we find Appalachian Arts and Crafts here in the Hocking Hills.
You find us on our Facebook page, Appalachian Art and Craft Market.
And what's your address here? Because I know it's right around Rockbridge.
It is 26774 U.S. Highway 33, Rockbridge, Ohio. It's right at the intersection of State Route 374.
Miss any of today's show? Now you can catch it all on the go. Just visit onacolumbus.com for past episodes and all of our latest content.
Well, we stopped by Loch Lomond Homes. This is just off of 315, and what a gorgeous place. If you're looking to maybe downsize from a larger home, this is a wonderful transition for you. We talked to Paul Cagini of Cagini Custom Builders, and he showed us this unit as well as some of the options that might be available for these custom-built condominiums. Well, Paul, good to have you back on the show.
Thank you, Mike.
So we are at a place called Loch Lomond Hills off of 315. I got to tell you, when I walked into this place, it's absolutely breathtaking. Give us a little bit of the background on these, the size, and just what goes into these, the amenities.
These are truly custom units, Mike. We've taken every single unit that we've built out here and has been customized to the buyer's needs. They range anywhere from probably 3,600 to 4,900 square feet, actually 5,000 square feet. We have primarily first floors, lower levels. We have some with second floors, so whatever the needs are. We have some attached and we have detached. Attached are separated by a block wall from foundation up to under roof. Cannot hear anything. And is beautiful topography. If you look at this, between one side to the other, there is approximately a 100-foot drop from one side to the other of the street. And it's breathtaking. And we're able to truly customize the units inside. And I believe it's going to be a beautiful community when it's all done.
Who's your target audience for these homes?
We have a lot of scaled down homeowners that, they are truly scaling down from a larger home to this. It's a big step, but it gives them the ability to put the nice finishing touches, their high quality finishes in the home, and as I said, truly customize as what their needs are.
Give some contact information for her where we can bring people out here and take a look.
You can reach Denise Price at 614-374-1553.
Well, if your car has been involved in a collision and your car just has minor damage and can still be driven, Columbus Collision has a solution until your parts come in. Plus, they have some new services here at their location that we learned about from Ashley. Well, Ashley, good to be back at Columbus Collision.
Thanks for coming back.
I understand that there's a heck of a problem trying to get parts. We all hear about the ships off the West Coast that have a lot of the parts that are coming into the country. So what are you doing for your customers?
Well, we've seen massive shipping problems right now. So what we've decided to do is we've created like a pre-order program. And when a customer has like a minor fender bender and their car is drivable, we will allow a customer we'll pre-order parts for them, and then we'll contact the customer when their parts come into the shop. And then when the parts are actually in, we're ready to build, then the customer can drop off the vehicle so that their vehicle isn't here immobile and they can, remain on the road.
Yeah. Now, would you do any repairs to them at all before they take it back out on the road? Like if it was a grill or something like that, can you install that and then they still continue to drive it till you get maybe a fender?
I mean, we could. Technically, we wouldn't want to. We wouldn't want to start the repair until we had everything. But, if need be, yeah, we would always make that accommodation for a customer.
So everybody is suffering from this whole backlog of shipping, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct. Yeah, I mean, we've seen it across all avenues. My most veteran technician, this is the first time he's ever seen anything unprecedented like this. And this is all makes and manufacturers, any part from, a steel part to a plastic part. Everything's being back ordered. Yeah.
What a shame. What a shame. Well, the good news is it sounds like you're doing some new services here in the garage. So tell us a little bit about that.
We are. I've hired 2 new people in the shop, which is really tough to do right now, finding employees. I've hired 1 full-time technician and then a porter to help out. And we've taken on some additional mechanical work in the back to try to keep more things in-house and to try to cut down on time.
Well, Ashley, tell us how we can learn more about Columbus Collision and get a hold of some of these great services.
They can always check us out at columbuscollision.com, or you can call at 614-350-8251.
Fantastic. Well, great information. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thanks for coming out.
Do you have those musty odors in your home and you wonder where that smell may be coming from? Well, it may be because you have some standing water or some mold growing there, and we're working with a company that can take care of that mold remediation. We talked to Mark from Stay Dry Waterproofing, and he told us more. Well, Mark, good to have Stay Dry Waterproofing back on the show.
Thanks for having us.
One of the things I keep hearing about is standing water in yards causing problems with the basement. What is that exactly? What causes that?
Yeah, it's not something to be ignored, really. Over time, it does cause a lot of pressure on the foundation. So if you have a lot of standing water in the yard, you definitely want to have addressed.
One of the things that I've wondered about is, what are some signs that I'm starting to have that problem?
Yeah, some signs you'll see. You'll have usually odors is where it starts, dampness, moisture, discoloration on the walls in the basement or the crawl space. Crawl space is one of those areas out of sight, out of mind. It's easily to be ignored, especially if you don't monitor that area. But odors is always a big one. Mold builds up really quickly in crawl spaces. Us being the only waterproofing company who is allowed and to remediate mold, we usually do it for free. So saves our customers $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 sometimes. So.
What was the process for you to be able to do that? Be the only company that can do mold remediation?
Certifications. It's very time consuming. A lot of our companies don't dab into that.
What does mold remediation consist of? What do you actually have to do?
We do it to the standards of the EPA. So there's a containment to prevent cross-contamination. There's a chemical treatment, a removal process. There is air quality testing that we do to kind of make sure that everything's where it needs to be.
Now, does that mean the smell that I'm getting, that odor, will go away once you've completed your work?
Yeah, once the main thing is safe. Making it safe. So once it's safe, once it's been remediated to the standards of the EPA, odors will go away as well. So.
Well, Mark, give us some contact information where we can find Stay Dry Waterproofing.
StayDryOhio.com, 614-339-3434.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thanks, Mike.
We're taking you around Ohio to all the best places to see and do this season. Whether it's local favorites, amazing destinations, and everything in between. Rain or shine, we take you there.